Hi! Hello, Internet. Welcome to BUGSXBONES, episode 21 partial recap. Batty, would you like to explain why we're doing this?
So, I'm going to kick it off with a funny sound. I fucked up!
Hilarious.
Funny thing about episode 21, we tried to record it one day, but we had to end the session short because of reasons. Played for a very short while. Lost that footage. Did try to redo episode 21 starting where we left off after we lost the other footage. First half of the session went great. Second half of the session, my internet borked out on me, and none of it got saved. So that recording's lost too. So we're gonna do basically a recording of what happens at the beginning of episode 21 and what happens at the ending of episode 21.
So there'll be so you can go watch the middle part. Like once you we'll give like a warning before we go into like the next half of like the ending. So there'll be it's very weird. We apologize for this, but technical difficulties are more powerful than our abilities of deductive reasoning.
And
it's
if
really
you're
sad too, because it was a really fun episode.
It was. But yeah, if you guys are wondering where the fuck BUGSXBONES is, partial reason, because we took a break for the holidays. The other reason I'm a lazy fuck what.
But we're gonna give you this recap, and I will be releasing this recap on top of episode 21 this Wednesday. So, double BUGSXBONES release. This is an apology, but we're sorry.
I'm sorry.
We're sorry.
Sorry. All right. So, at the end of episode 20, Candyman, we had our meeting with Christopher, played by our good friend Chibi Wisdom.
Yep.
And after dealing with all the mise-en-scène bullshit, him being a very accusatory cow, and that's not me insulting him, he's just a cow. I think he's some type of magical beast. I don't have proof yet.
Something all you want, he sucks.
That milk-spewing mama's boy fucking accused Grifter of a crime he did not mean to get caught committing. But
Totally off the books. Didn't even happen.
we
Wasn't
ditched,
even the right one.
we ditched the cow and we went to our new mansion over in Dale Harbor, which, through the help of Maluki, Grifter had procured.
You guys co-own the mansion now.
It's a wonderful place to live. Then
I got
Dustin
the top
opened the
half,
door.
He got the bottom half.
Dustin opened up the door as we got to Dale Harbor and was greeted by one Silva Zoldyck, who was helping his son Maluki move in. David Bowie seemed nice.
Yes.
I was about to say he might have been humming "Life on."
You cut out Dan.
You're good, Dan. You're good. You don't have to drop out.
You sure? You know.
Yeah.
I mean, you can drop out. It will just, the overlay's gonna be fucky for like 1 second. But I would prefer you drop out and then like the overlay be fucked for a slight second, then you just keep cutting out. So yeah, that wasn't that bad.
Okay.
This is a learning process, Cable.
Learning process.
It's a pain in the ass process.
Yeah. But yeah,
So-
anyways, episode 21 starts with you guys encountering Silva. What happened, Cable?
He wanted a snow globe for his child. We don't know specifically who. Just that they were interested in the snow globe. So Tombo gave him directions and held a hand up for a handshake. And he ghosted me and just left.
And that was how we met David Bowie. Anyway,
Moving on.
The mansion at Dolly Harbor is really nice.
Yeah, you can only like see it partially in this thumbnail. I'll probably have a better reference during like towards the end of this recording. But yeah, you can see the mansion. It's like a cool little oceanside villa.
Truly, I worked so hard to get this. Blood, sweat, and tears, and all sorts of fraud.
I mean, none of them was yours except for the fraud, but I mean, look at it. We got ourselves a nice mansion. It's got a giant pool, guest house, whole cabana with a lot of alcohol, underground parking garage. Batty, I want you to read what you wrote right there.
I just read that. What
Okay,
the hell?
so here's the thing. I wrote concrete dock originally, and then I switched it to concrete cock, hoping somebody would fuck up and actually read it.
You're an ass. And a chimera ant queen statue to top the whole thing off.
Huh, that's not ominous in any way.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's not like Grifter and Coco are gonna fight over it, but still. We met Dalton. He's the butler to Maluki, his sort of, caretaker. He like nurses Maluki gently and puts him down for his nap every afternoon.
Obviously.
He's a shut-in.
Who's a good egg boy?
We'll never know where Maluki is. He's on premises somewhere. We just can't fucking find him. Nor are we gonna look, because that's instantly gonna get us shot. But
I mean, we also never bothered to ask. That's also because we don't care.
yeah, it's like having a security system we don't have to pay for.
I can't wait till we're 50 episodes in and you just find that Maluki is just underneath like one of the potted plants the entire time.
Just gonna put the potted plant back.
So he's had to hear all our shit then.
Yeah.
We're gonna fucking find out that where's Maluki been? Grifter's gonna be like, wait a minute. And we never had a waterbed, did we? You lift up the sheet and Maluki. I've never been a part of a three-way.
It's the closest you're ever gonna get to sex.
It was worth it.
I just imagine Maluki being like yeeted out of the third story window into the ocean.
You can't yeet Maluki, you can just gently push him over the side.
Very, very high strength check.
You need Coco and Tonbo there to yeet Maluki. Thank you, Chibi. We're getting off topic.
Yep.
Dalton,
Yep.
nice guy. Basically told us that the rules of the place are we are the cover family staying there. Nothing will harm us. He will act as if he is like the butler for us there as well. But if we do anything to bring any harm towards Maluki, he will be forced to do what he has to do, which are fair conditions.
Yep. Very,
Dalton's
very
pretty nice,
reasonable
though.
man.
Yeah, Dalton's a very, very nice person.
Did you mention that he had a mustache?
Yeah, he does have a very, very like crisp mustache.
Okay, because I
Overall, I like Dalton.
I specifically made sure to include that in the notes, and it needs to be said. Actually, I'm gonna go highlight it in the document.
You know what, Batty? We need full Dalton art.
Yeah,
We do,
Dalton
we do.
Dalton deserves full art. I just did like a sticky note sketch, as I like to call them, because I literally some NPCs I just draw them on a sticky note and I take a picture of it.
Because I like Dalton a lot. He's really
do too.
grown on it.
He's a really cool person to have around the house. And truthfully, that's essentially all you need to know about what happened for the initial first half of episode 21, or the first part of episode 21.
Yep.
From this point forward, if you want to stop, go watch episode 21. What we're gonna have up on the channel, that is all the middle part that you need. I'm gonna count to 30, and then we're gonna go into what happens at the end with the information that we lost.
30? I mean, with that little disclaimer, I think it's all they need to hear.
Wait,
Nope.
do I need to stop recording at 30, or is that something completely different?
Oh, don't even bother stop recording. Let's just make this one big thing so we don't have to upload two separate things.
Yo, you know what? Fuck it. So, yeah, pause this video, go watch episode 21, come back afterwards. We'll probably have disclaimers at the beginning and end of that video. And we'll see you afterwards.
Okay.
Well, we're back.
Hi, welcome back.
Yes.
So,
Welcome back.
if you just listened to episode 21, then you're wondering what happens next because the audio and the video got lost. Well, Grifter and Dustin decided to deal with the old stinky man who was trapped in the servants' quarters.
Oh,
He uses the false name Gustav or Old Gus. He's really called Andy Dusheveled, but
no, his name is actually Gustav. Cable just made a shitty. Who made this shitty Shawshank Redemption reference? Was
I
that
made
me
the
or
good Shawshank Redemption reference.
I made the
Yeah,
Shawshank
Cable.
Redemption reference, and then Cable, I think, wanted to call him Andy Dusheveled.
My name is Andy Dushel.
God damn it!
I have a corner of the room that is very shameful.
Don't.
He fills it with his shame. He's been imprisoned in this room. He was actually on an old expedition party to the Bulu Empire, and he actually has some experiences there. And because of that, Sunny Young Braun kidnapped him and trapped him in a room, forcing him to spread his shame all over a wall and eat rats to survive.
I mean,
That man did not plan anything.
he had a bucket before, but he kind of like disappeared for a couple of weeks for some reason, and then the house was like for new owners, so nobody was there to take care of this individual. So just saying.
Gonna say Bronson, worst villain when it comes to planning.
So funny thing about Sunny Young Braun, I designed him to be an incompetent fuck up.
He hired an assassin he couldn't pay.
Yes, he is like. I just wanted to make him very sad. And as you can see, the last weeks of his life were probably not going very well for him.
You know what's really funny to think about too?
Yep.
If he hired anybody but Maluki, if he wasn't able to pay them, they would just kill him. So even if we died, he'd have gone down with us.
Oh yeah, definitely.
In actuality, if all we had to really do was stall out Maluki, like, because I don't know if we could stall out fucking Ilumi.
No, Illumi would have got the job done.
Ilumi would have been really, because Ilumi would have probably brought Hisoka with him.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That would have been end of campaign.
Yeah. Oops.
Did we even have we had Hatsu, but just barely.
You guys have had only I'd say 3 or 4 potential end of campaign moments.
Ugh, good
We
time.
had a lot of close calls.
Anyway,
We made it through every time.
as Grifter and Dustin dealt with the stinky man covered in his own poo, Anne and Tombo cooked. We got groceries. Tombo was just decompressing from having chased down Terrence.
Yeah, about that.
There was an arm in the freezer, but you know what? That's Grifter's business. So I just told him to deal with that, and I made a nice dinner with Anne. Me and Anne had a lovely time talking.
You can't disassociate every situation when you find severed limbs.
See, it's weird because I can.
Wasn't there like something with a severed limb that we had to worry about, Tombo?
Anne.
What?
We're gonna burn the roast if we don't focus.
Oh dear. Oh my. Okay, I'll focus. I'm sorry for distracting you. Okay.
Bandit, on for dinner. Had a ring on it. Mine now.
Yo, I almost spoiled something. Never mind. Grifter, Dustin, Seox, and Coco. Coco was doing a treasure hunt trying to find hidden mansion things. Coco found something later on, but we'll talk about what she finds later on. Coco runs forensics on the hand before Bandit eats it.
Well, not runs forensics. She took fingerprints of it. You guys have not gone through the process of identifying whose arm it was.
Nope.
You just have fingerprints.
But
Technically, it was in
also,
the
very, very important thing that Coco did find in the beginning, though, she found a scrap of map. Huh?
She did.
Yeah, was that on a recording?
I think it was because you didn't put it in the notes, but just to be safe, Coco found a burlap map, which may or may not come in handy later on. Who knows?
Who knows? Maybe may or may not be come in handy in this specific most current episode we did, because we're very far into the future right now.
But either way, she threw that map at Grifter to avoid him finding out about her treasure hunt.
Yeah. But continuing. I don't know what comes next. I'm a completely different tab.
So just looking it up, you find the map. Coco continues her treasure hunt. She has Victoria. She finds what's in the attic, which is a lovemaking dungeon. A hump shack.
Okay, but to be fair, Victoria did cover her eyes.
Yes, she did.
She did. She was the responsible adult in the situation.
Through all the weird, sexy equipment, and right in between the lubrication station and the nacho cheese dip, Coco found a clue that led her to the Chimera Ant Queen statue up front, revealing that there may be a treasure there. Just as she looks outside to see the statue, she sees Grifter and Matches getting ready to go destroy it. In between that point, though, Seox jumps into the ocean to continue training.
Yeah. Seox basically, like, for this session, I think the next session, like, this is probably mostly bad on my part, but it's mostly just Seox training by swimming a lot.
He became one with the dolphins.
He did.
This was more a Grifter and Coco moment. As Seox was training, Dustin was doing what he does, which is chilling in the game room. For the most part, I don't really know too much of what Dustin does. And
Dustin just gets drunk and plays darts with himself.
Again, Tombo and Ann, all we did was cook, nothing else. There was a stinky man in the chorus, doesn't matter. There was an arm in the freezer, doesn't matter. It's not my bit. It's Grifter's house.
Doesn't matter.
Yes, Grifter's house. And the one thing Grifter does not like in his new house is that eyesore of a statue out front, totally giving away whose mansion this is, and the fact that we're really not supposed to have been there. It's like, you know what? You know who loves destruction of property? Matches.
Oh yeah.
They walked up on it like I forget what movie it's from, where they take that like thing up to the hill and beat the shit out of it with baseball
You're
bats.
thinking of Office Space.
Office Space. They pull a scene from Office Space.
Or at least it's more. So, no, you think Grifter got his hands dirty? Hell no, he delegates.
Grifter delegates, and then Matches tries to basically destroy the statue with a crowbar, and almost goes like that one scene from Office Space. But the thing you have to realize about Matches, because she's a character of my own creation, she similar to a lot of my other characters, she has very flimsy noodle arms. She cannot, like, actually lay into the statue and destroy it.
So she broke her own nose again.
Oops!
What Matches lacks in strength, she makes up for in heart.
Well, luckily for me, at that point, Seox had been done training and was seeing what we were doing, and I convinced him to try to blow it up with a Ren burst.
But not before a small red-headed monster came charging out at you and summoned the Chimera Ant Queen herself to pin Grifter down. But not before you opened up the secret compartment and found what was inside the statue.
My house, my statue.
Which was?
Oh, yeah. Freaking fighting on the ground. Like, trying to fight back against Victoria pulling it out of my hands. A Chimera Ant Queen with pincers in my face. And Coco mad dogging me.
And all you found in there was some chocolate coins.
Expired chocolate coins at that. And a card. Happy birthday, Sonny. So incompetent, he couldn't figure out his own scavenger hunt on his 11th birthday.
It's really fucking sad.
It's almost as sad as the participation trophies we found of his in the trophy room.
Oh, he has nothing but participation trophies. It's gross.
I don't know if we have ever explained the ego room. Did
we never went in there.
We've never been in the ego room.
Okay, so only I know what the ego room is.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll save that.
Oh my god, it's just like nude paintings of Sunny and Braun.
It's very fun if you guys ever find the ego room or decide
we can't go there now.
You can't. Well, we'll worry about that later.
Can't believe Bandit ate the game.
I can't believe Visky just like was on a afternoon stroll and accidentally tripped over a pebble, flew into your guys' mansion, making the entire place explode.
And Grifter tried to recover it. He reached out with his big Crypt Keeper hand and tried to grab the mansion, but he ended up flying off into the sun as he held onto a red jewel.
I don't even know what's happening anymore.
But after their fighting, after all these things happening, they all came inside to a lovely dinner prepared by Tonbo and Anne. I don't remember what it was. We'll say it was food.
Yes.
It was very good food.
It was very good food. I remember it being very delicious, despite
Anne rolled really high.
She did.
And we had ourselves a good dinner.
Meanwhile, we also had Gustav at the table going on about some stories. The Chimera and Queen also at the table because Coco is still mad.
I forgot she didn't unsummon that.
She didn't unsummon it.
Oh.
It was there.
This was an interesting thing. But having the dinner and just kind of sitting, and that was our first night in the house. That is the end of episode 21.
Yeah.
And now you all are all caught up on what you missed on BUGSXBONES.
Also ended a very fitting way. You know what? You know when like the stuffy grumpy character is usually just like completely, all their plans are blown out of the water and they're just left distraught and tears coming down their face. That's how we left Grifter that episode, as he was eating food. Like, this is good.
If it makes you feel any better, Tonbo disassociated. He was in a very happy mood. He had a good time with Anne. Made some tasty food. And Tonbo had not had a drink.
Yeah.
Which is important to say. Tonbo has not had a drink since he's been there.
Everybody made a toast. Tonbo is saved from drinking alcohol.
That episode, anyway.
It's been a while.
It's you know, you need to moderate your intake, not if you.
Wait a minute, you okay? In a later, you know what you did in a later episode.
What did I do in a later episode?
Whiskey.
But that's not like. Listen, that's not like what Tonbo usually does. All right, Tonbo was coherent and still under the limit where he could probably drive.
And tried to knock the bottle out of your hand.
That was different.
He was buzzed Tonbo. Get it? It's a bug pun. Laugh. Damn it.
Anyway, any final thoughts that you guys want to share before we call this a close?
Sorry that there hasn't been a BUGSXBONES in a while. You know, life comes at you pretty fast sometimes. And while I do have a lot of excuses, I don't have enough to, like... Basically, there's probably a couple points where we could have resolved this earlier, but I chose not to, so I
should have
apologize.
done this a long time ago. You're not the only one to apologize, Batty. This is my fault as well. I take ownership.
It took us quite a while to get this going, but hey, a whole bunch of BUGSXBONES contests coming at you fast now because we have a lot to get posted.
Oh, we're backlogged, so based on what we've got stored up, get ready for at least a good 2 months worth of consistent BUGSXBONES.
Yeah.
In a very thrilling arc.
I mean, you kind of have, like, the entire, like, whole-ass mini arc just planned out for you guys to watch and enjoy. Also, I guess another thing we should point out, hope you guys like this new layout. If you haven't seen our Dracular video, this is the new layout we're going to be using to do maybe some podcasts.
We're going to use these for some more of our casual things that we do, recaps, and any special things that we take care of.
Yep.
Any last minute announcements?
Jack is a sausage.
Jack is a sausage. You know what? Last thing I'll say too is to anybody who listens to this, listens to BUGSXBONES, File Phantasma, Digimon Knighthood, whatever else we've got on the channel, thank you.
We love you.
It's very appreciated. You all are wonderful people.
We're happy you guys enjoy this.
By the time this video is probably going to be released, we're nearly at 100 followers.
We're 8 away from a full hundo.
Yeah.
Won't you be our hundo?
Won't you be our pundo?
Okay. you guys ready to sign off?
Alrighty. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.